Hi guys to everyone. I'm Ada from Poison Rock, and as well as I'm always honored to have with us the Queen of Metal and our dearest friend, Leone. How are you, Leather?
I'm great.
That's amazing.
Everything is so surreal right now with this record. I'm really good.
Yeah,
I'm really good.
yeah. You are back on track. You are back on track. So now we're going to speak a little bit about this and that, and of course, soon there will be you on stage as well. And you're, I mean,
I hope so. Yeah, yes.
yeah,
What I
that's
think
huge.
COVID has taught me the art of positive thinking. I tend to get
Yeah.
crazy and negative. You have to stop. You have to, and like I said, everything is so surreal. Jesus, Vinnie and I started writing "We Are the Chosen" in the summer of 2019.
Yeah, remember we
Because
started focusing.
we had lost a tour with Grim Reaper, and yeah, and I mean, thank God for him. You know, he just kept me up through the because I was ready to go. Look,
Yeah, so
this is
yeah,
why I quit because nothing works out. But yeah, so it's kind
uh,
of surreal that it's actually happening, and then
yeah,
you know what it's like. At the same time, you're working so hard that it hasn't
yes,
sunk in yet.
exactly.
It hasn't sunk in yet, but it's
Yeah,
coming.
and yeah, and exactly because there are because in this year as well, your last album, Ladder Two, has been completely played here and there. So people had the chance
Yeah,
with this lockdown, we can say we can say infinity lockdown. People start to
yeah,
know you,
yeah,
especially the younger people, and
yes,
like
yes.
you in Sicily you have a family of people, like 1,000 of people waiting for you, like we know we want to have Ladder, send a message to Ladder from us.
Yeah.
So
It's crazy.
so everything is going like amazing because last time we spoke, you were back, if I'm not wrong, from recording to the Art Studios in Poland.
Yes,
Last
that's
time
the
we
last
spoke,
time we spoke,
with
and
yes,
that was
yes,
incredible.
yeah.
And I think
Let me
also
tell
what
me a
I
little
learned
bit
through all
more
this
about
is
that because it was an
well,
incredible journey.
I've never been involved from the beginning, so oh my god, the arguments Vinny and I had. But with Chastain, I was a lot like Ozzy. You would go in and do your parts, and then you would leave.
Yeah,
You didn't. So I was. Vinny did the drums in Brazil without me. Of course, we were zooming all the time like this. But I did everything with him from the beginning, and I didn't realize how tedious it is and how long it really takes. And Vinny, he's such a perfectionist, and I'm the opposite. So,
yeah, because you have to
and then
write.
the guys from the Hertz brothers were in the middle. So I really learned a lot, but I mean, the education was phenomenal. So it was really hard for me. As you can, look, I can't sit still. It was really
Yeah,
hard, but we had allotted ourselves the time. So I could just do a song a day. We could really explore stuff. Um, so now that I listen to it, I'm like, but it was a really different experience for me. Very
yeah.
much so.
So if you could describe this journey of writing the album, how could you describe it?
Oh, the writing was fantastic and smooth.
Wow.
All except for the song "Who Rules the World," which I think might be number 9, 7 or 8 track on the record.
Okay.
"Who Rules the World" was a really sticky one for us. It's going to be one of the singles. V and I talk about it all the time. It was just a song that didn't come together. It was so hard. We actually got it together in the studio, which is unusual for us. But no, the
Yeah.
writing with him was really smooth. It was getting into the studio, as I always say, I'm so claustrophobic and I feel so confined in the studio. So that's always the roughest part for me.
Yeah, but as well I saw that
And
as well.
Vinny going like this.
Yeah, but through like the small clips you were posting through the social media, I've seen as well that you are having fun, enjoying, exploring a
Yeah,
bit
they were
Poland,
funny. They
Portugal,
were
yeah,
funny.
and as well I
Well,
saw
it was like
some,
a
yeah,
vacation. It's
yeah.
like a vacation too. I mean, we love it there. We love it there.
It's amazing because you're basically worldwide. Vin is from Portugal, Brazil. The studio is in Poland, so Leather is worldwide. Everywhere.
Yeah,
And of
And
course,
he actually he came to the U.S. for a bit this spring.
yeah,
Um,
for
so that was really cool too. So we've had little bits and pieces, and I went to Portugal. So these songs were really prepared, which is really good for me. I need a lot of prep, so
yeah,
we'll see how the next one goes.
yes, because previously, like we were saying about, for example, in Letter Two, the writing and the composition was different with now.
Yeah,
Because now
there was
you have Vinnie, for example. There is like your partner in crime. You can say we can say.
yeah, so we cut it down to just him and I.
Yeah,
Leather two, there were too many cooks in the kitchen. I'm so grateful that that record happened because it did a lot for me. But we
amazing.
did it very fast. The songs weren't. We just did it too fast. And Vinny was
Yeah.
always in the background saying, "Take our time, take our
So
time."
he has
So
as well a part that in Leather 2. Also.
yeah, and there were too many cooks in the kitchen. Everybody was involved. I don't want to do that anymore.
Okay.
We just did it all ourselves.
So in this new album, We Are the Chosen. So explain why you choose We Are the Chosen. And of course, it will be maybe my next touch.
I'm depending on you. I know people go to me when I post that. They're like, "Did she really do that?" I'm like, "Yes." We're the Chosen is actually very simple. Vinny wanted to write this kind of anthem type, long, dynamic song.
Yeah.
So he came up with these ideas, and We're the Chosen. You know my affinity and my loyalty and belief in Ronnie James Dio. We're the
Yeah.
Chosen is kind of like when he passed away, and I've said this story many times. That's when I kind of reflected and said, "What the hell are you doing?" The one thing that I can kind of do in my life is sing, and I wasn't doing it. So,
Yeah.
it's just an imagery that I had when I was at his services of him handing me the torch, going, "Come on, now it's your turn. Now you have to lead." So
Yeah.
it's us. It's the metal family. Come follow me. We're the Chosen. I want to share it with you, but it's for Ronnie. It's for Ronnie.
And it's basically the title of the album, and as well there is an amazing cover art. So we'll take care of that as well, because of course.
I think you're going to be able to see that. I know the single is dropping this Friday. I don't think they're going to show. It's going to be a digital cover, but it's freaking amazing. As you probably know, Marcelo Vasco did it, and he's famous for doing Slayer. The Slayer record is his big deal, but I mean, he does Machine Head, Creator, Hate. I mean, he does all the extreme
And Leather as well now.
Yeah, and I said, "You better put my freaking record cover on your page." And again, that's the beauty. I'm totally into extreme metal. I don't do extreme metal, but I love that energy. So I am surrounded by people that are into that. Marcelo, huge death metal guy. His band, his artwork. Vinny came from that world.
Yeah,
the guy doing my video and my lyric video. They're all so extreme metal people behind me. So it gives me a lot of clout. I really.
So it gives a little bit as well some influences the extreme metal scene, and we can say the extreme metal life give a little bit of influence coming from more like an heavy metal world.
Yeah, and Vinny put a lot of those pieces in. I mean, he really taught me black metal, death metal. I didn't know, but he incorporated all that stuff in there. So it really brought these songs like a more modern edge, and I fought him the whole way. My favorite song is called "Off with Your Head." When you hear it, Ada, you will understand why. But
of course,
he kind of put these tempo changes in it. I was like, no, but he was right, and I learned so much from him. He's so eclectic that you're going to listen to this record and go, wow. I mean, he really modernized my sound. Yeah,
because basically with this album you're gonna be on the contemporary heavy metal scene, but as well keeping, I think, your print from the 80s metal, because that's your voice. The brand is your voice, your presence. Your presence. Yeah. I was speaking with a girl, I don't know, from a friend of mine. We were speaking about singer, female, and when I showed you in some live to this girl, she was like, "Oh my god, how old is she? Oh my god, she's amazing. Where she came from?" I was like, "Oh well, if you want, just follow her on the social." And this is as well like a girl younger than me. They said, "Oh, but she's dressed." I was like, "Oh yeah, well, she's not supposed to be undressed."
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So it's really cool for his. Yeah. And I'm very happy for him too, because I don't think Vinny's really ever had the opportunity to write songs like this either. So we kind of both came from frustration and going, wow, can we do this? But we were already working on a song today. He's such a talented person. I am so blessed that I found him, and that we can work together, because I'm not easy. I'm a diva. I'm a bitch. I'm a baby. I'm very dramatic, and he just goes, okay.
You are your standard. you have your standard, he has his own standard, and you maybe it will help you to meet in the but it's normal, of course, because with all our experience and career that you have, of course, you know this.
Yes.
You know you have the experience, and you see how the market of music and as well the music world is and has been and is still today. So if you
and I
research them,
and sometimes I would need to shut up and listen to him a lot. And a lot of times I would have the conversation with him like, oh my God, I want to start singing. I want to do Cookie Monster. And he, like he was saying, that's not who you are. Why are you? You're good at what you do. And so he had to drill that into my head. Just be Leather. You know, it's like, oh, okay, I should be Arch Enemy because, oh my God, I love her.
No, you
and
should
Ginger.
just be. Yeah, they are amazing. But like I told you, I say every time to you, you should be Leather because you're Leather, and no one in the world has your voice. And I mean, speaking of course about women, and there are of course amazing female singers. They can go through different type of music.
Yes, I love what these women are doing. I love these. I love Ginger, Courtney from Spirit Box. Oh, and I'm in love with that. Is her name Elisa? Elisa from Arch Enemy. What a monster!
Yeah, there is an amazing girl from San Francisco. I think it's Kyla Dixon from Dress the Dead.
Oh, I'm sorry. What's the name of the band?
Kyla Dixon from Dress the Dead.
Oh, I don't know her.
She's
from
amazing.
San Francisco?
I guess yes, because she plays with Craig Cicero from Forbidden. It was from Forbidden.
Oh, really? I can check her out.
She's amazing, and I really I was seeing one of her live at Alcatraz in Belgium. I was picturing her and you in the same stage.
Really? Oh, I can check her out.
It was amazing because I was like, oh my God, because she can do all the range of vocals, but being at the same time as soul, like a soul musician and dual musician. But of course, it's like coming back to the album. There's some song, of course. I don't want to dig too much because, of course, there are things you can say, things you cannot say. Of course, I know as well.
Well, you haven't heard it, have you?
No. I heard some song, just that.
The teaser,
yeah. That of course there will be the first single drop. I think in September. It's around the.
I think the first single is going to drop this Friday, the 3rd.
The 3rd of so. I have to make a way to put this interview out this Friday. I don't know.
Yeah, we take back control. We take back control as the first single.
So
it's gonna drop Friday.
So that's amazing because it's gonna be like a kick in the ass. So let's speak about this thing. I mean, the topic of the lyrics because you wrote the lyrics.
Yeah.
Well. It's basically there is a main topic that you use for the lyrics, or just experience life, or
no. This is kind of what happened. And again, I don't know how to explain it, but I write a little differently. And Vinnie had these conversations. Oh my God, I love him. He's such a pain in the ass. And he changed my writing. He said, stop writing kind of like you and me hanging out at the bridge, and write more etherically and more magical and more dreamlike and more Viking kind of. So the song that we're going to drop this Friday called "We Take Back Control," I'm pretty sure that was the first song that we wrote. And that set the tone for the whole freaking record. It's about, and I am so grateful to everyone that's ever done anything with or for me. But, you know, a lot happened pre-COVID, and I just got disgusted and I've always been too trusting, and I haven't taken matter into my own hands. So "We Take Back Control" is all about that. Love you, thank you, gotta go, give me my shit. So that set the tone for the whole record. It's just about taking control, knowing that we're good enough, and just marching forward. That's the whole thing.
It's like it could be, and even for the woman out there, you know, like for all the women, like be
taking control of your life. Taking control of your life.
Don't be like in a settle, like in a checklist.
Exactly.
Like you have to be married, you have to have children, you have to get this. Just be in your own. Don't follow the society rules.
And knowing that you're good enough. I can't wait for you to hear "Off With Your Head." Oh my God, you're gonna die. You're gonna listen to that first line and you're gonna go.
Yeah, because I mean your solo career, of course, without Chastain was. I mean, you got Shockwave, which is amazing. There's no, you know, like there's not an album or a project that you did on your own that was like a flop or something.
Exactly. And thank you for saying that. Shockwaves, I think is a great album. I can still listen to it. Basically, it's a Chastain record where I wrote the lyrics. Sledge Leather, nothing too amazing about that. Leather 2 again was put together really, really fast. And I know everybody says this, but this is the first. This is such
Lost in Midnight.
Put together record for me.
Lost in Midnight amazing also mean that.
Yeah.
So I
I
can
mean,
say
this is my first solo record. This is it.
so
Yeah.
this so we can say so La Leather Tree is just first solo or We Are the Chosen.
Where the Chosen is my
So
first solo
so
record. Yeah.
We Are the Chosen, we can say, is the coming back
It's Leather's
and the
first
start.
solo record. Yeah.
Okay, so officially we can say that. And of course, but there is one song that you particularly cherish of all the album, mainly like that you're more attached to, that I don't know, maybe because it takes more time to write, or maybe I don't know, that it for you, I don't know, you feel more.
I know that's interesting that you say that. I'm kind of stuck in the 80s where I love ballads, and I always love Annabelle because Annabelle is so
beautiful.
It's moody and it's dynamic. And again, I told you I am not into children, and I wrote it about this baby that I saw that was just like a witch out of the movie. So I think Annabelle is one of my all-time favorite songs. And of course, I'm off Shockwave, Something in This Life, because I wrote that about a conversation I had with Ronnie. So yeah.
Something I have in my mind. And about this new album, there's someone that you're in particularly
Off with Your Head, the best. Off with Your Head, my favorite Britney song.
That's one. Okay, okay. I think we'll be.
I think it's the third. I think it's the third cover. I said it to Vinnie when we were doing demos, because it was a situation. You will understand. It's a situation that I had with someone, and I just sat down and wrote this thing, and it just came. And when I sang that song in the studio, I mean, you can hear it in my vocals. It's such a it's a good song.
And of course, the album officially is going to be released on the 25th of November.
25th of November, yeah. The first single is the third. I think the second single is going to be on the 23rd, and then it's going to be the 25th. Yeah,
so there is as well some music video that you're planning to do?
Yes, we have a killer lyric video that will be released this Friday with Me Take Back Control. We have a video for everything. Lyric video for song number 1, lyric video for the second single, and I'm going down to Brazil in about 5 weeks to do a real video for We're the Chosen.
Really? That's amazing. A real video after a long time, I think, because it's a
I've never really had a real video. We did For Those Who Dare.
Yeah.
And all the other ones have just been put together because I've always been in bands. Jesus, can I have one band locally? And that was something that we actually thought about financially. I was talking to the video guy, who again is this incredible dude, extreme metal guy. And I said, hey, can we just do Vinnie shoot his parts, me shoot my parts? And he's like, no, we aren't going to do that. You're coming down here. So we have all the locations picked out.
That's amazing. And then the third single, can you say when it will be drop out?
The what, hon?
The third single, can you say when it will be on
out? I think that's going to come out with the release of the record. I don't know. I think
around November.
Yeah, I think they're going to drop it out.
So it's going to be like a bomb. Basically, this is your year, and 23 will be completely your year.
And it's been so hard for me because, again, I've never really been on a major label. So I'm going, and they're like, no, we're going to do this. Like, because can't we just show them the cover? Can't we just
because you sign with Steam Hammer, so this is a big, huge news. So how
it is a big deal for me. It is a big deal for me.
So how was the meeting? How all happened with signing with the album?
How it happened was, again, Vinnie and I had this all together, and I said, okay, I'm going to shop this. Let's shop this for real. And again, I've been in the business so long. I've been in the business for 127 years. People will listen to me. I'm very blessed. The few labels that are around, they will listen to me. Yeah. And all the feedback I got, which is really different. People in the business don't necessarily say it sucks, but they won't say anything. You'll send them the material and they'll go, oh, I got it. Thank you.
Okay.
But the response, everyone told me, they were like, this is a good to great record. This is amazing. They said, this is insane. So I knew it would be okay. And SPD, I have known Ali, I don't know. I played in Germany a few times. I don't really know if I've honestly ever met Ali, but he's been a Chastain fan, so he's always been on my radar. Yeah. We've kind of talked and stuff. And so I said, hey, I have a record. He was one of the first people. I said, I have a record. He goes, oh, send it to me. And I mean, right away, within a week, he was like, we're signing you. So, I kind of shopped around, and
And
Yeah,
yeah,
it was
because
so
right
cool.
now
So cool.
everywhere I am, I just open Facebook, open, I don't know, just there is leather shirt by that, blabbermouth, and his
Yeah,
webzine. You are
yeah,
all over the
yeah,
web. Divo, there was
yeah.
finally after,
I
uh,
know,
finally.
and I'm
So
so and I'm so happy for Vinny too because Vinny
yeah,
deserves he deserves so much stuff. You know, he's so good. Brazil is full of
yes,
intense musicians, but
yes, and amazing
I'm
music.
so proud of him. I want to help him fly. You know, so but anyway, yeah, SPV. I was like, mother of God, dude, we're gonna get signed. You know, finally.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah, because of course having a label in the back, at your back, with a new album, it's the perfect chance to finally start live performances. Which is,
Yeah.
I know that you really love
Uh,
being on the stage. It's
all
where
I want to do.
ladder can
All I
really,
want to do.
all your energy really goes out
Yeah.
because
I
I
want I
mean,
want to hook up with some company that just puts me out for a year. I mean, I don't care. I've always just wanted to do that. And losing the tour in 19, oh, it was just well, you know, a lot. We all lost a lot pre-COVID.
yeah,
It just broke my heart. And then you know, and again, I'm not dogging anybody, but you know, you find out who your family is
yes,
when
exactly,
things aren't going right, right? And Vinny
yeah.
just stopped by me and he just said, "Let's go. Let's keep writing." And I said, "Okay."
Yeah,
So
yes,
yeah, yeah.
and of course, and I think it will follow something like a tour of lives because of course
Oh
once
yeah,
they
baby.
are,
Oh yes,
and
yes,
of
yes.
course, like I said to Vinny, I don't
Yeah.
care where the first live it will be. It will be in South
You're being.
America. Yeah, I'm gonna be in first line there with the. I don't care photo camera, something. I don't care. I'll
I
just be
know
a fun. Yeah,
we definitely have to meet in the next
yes,
year. I know.
I will be there. I don't care. I told Vinny, there's a promise. I'm gonna make the first live. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna take a
Yeah,
trip
I know
and
you
go
will.
to
I know you will.
for sure,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna bring all the people from. Yes, because it's insane how much. It's not insane, but it's beautiful to see how much people you really influence as well of the way of playing. Because, like I was saying to you, I have these guys. It's a like it's a new band from Corleone. These young guys,
Yeah.
they are my age. They started a band from zero. They are coming from heavy metal, thrash metal, not you can say just the classic metal.
Right. Right.
And
Right.
and when I told them like, wait, just let me send a video to Leather, they were like, oh, she answered. What did she say? Oh no, can you please
Oh,
say?
I really like them. I really like that
Yeah,
single a
yeah,
lot.
and that's
A
what I told
lot.
them. That's what I told them.
Yeah.
Just keep like that, but maybe because if someday you do something, we can arrange
Yeah.
some meeting because they are, you have a family, I think, in Corleone because they love you. From Frank to everyone just was
I know
following
it.
you.
That is always amazing to me about, but again, I always thank Chastain for him writing those songs. You know, the '80s, it was just a time for metal, and it's amazing to me that those people have held on to me. I mean, people younger than you in Brazil, girls with the streak, and I mean, they're 20, 21, and they're singing Angel of Mercy. I mean, metal just, and again,
Mm,
we are the chosen. We're just a small
yeah,
freaking family, and I'm here to share it with you. That's
yeah,
my
and
job, you know, that's
yeah,
my job.
and as well, of course, your voice, like we said, it didn't change a little bit because it's really hard to see. Like we said a lot of time, a voice in a singer, which is female, male, just be the same like it was in the 80s or in the 90s. Most of the
Yeah, but
people
you know
are
what?
going a little
But
bit down.
I always have to be honest. My voice was sleeping for 25 years,
Yeah,
so I had a long rest. I always tell
you
people you
had
have
a
to be honest.
rest.
These people have been on the road for 30 years. My voice had a long rest,
Yeah,
so there's a lot of damage that I saved my voice. So I mean, I
yeah.
have to be honest about that. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah, and as well there are as well musicians that keep the voice good because maybe they don't smoke or they don't drink alcohol, they use
yeah,
drugs. There are a lot of
yeah.
tricks
And it took
to.
me. I would say it took me a good 6 months, maybe even closer to 8 months to really get it back to where I would do anything. My voice has definitely changed, which I'm very happy about. My voice dropped. So I told you Mike
Yeah,
Burney from Shrapnel said my balls had finally dropped. I always wanted to sing in these keys. And when I was younger, I was, like a 12-year-old girl. So, I
and
can still sing the Black Knights and the voice of the Cults. But
oh, that's
I prefer
beautiful.
to do what I'm doing now. I like being
Of
down
course,
here.
of course, you have to spread now your music. About today, of course, that there will be fans that will ask you in some live, oh, please sing Voice of the Cult, please sing Sudan for those who's there. But
Oh,
of course,
I will always do that. And I must tell you, Vinny, I know. I love him so much. I talk about him all the time. And this project would be nowhere without Vinnie Tex from Brazil. But he made up a set list. He goes, I think we should start thinking about plans. So let's make up this big set list. He's pulling out all these old Chastain songs. But he comes from the side of a fan. And I'm like, I don't know, Mystery of Illusion he wants to do, and Battle of Nevermore, and so we always have these conversations. I'm like, I don't think anybody cares, but he's like, he goes, people want to hear Mystery of Illusion. Okay, so I am in constant battle with him. I don't believe the guy even hangs out with me. I'm obviously disagreeing with him.
I mean,
I'll be saying, fuck you.
Of course, they will love to listen, like the old songs, the old we can say masterpiece.
Yeah.
But I think as well it's good to put this new album out because I think it's kind of a turn. It's completely changing in your career. This album will be like completely new ladder, new career, new life.
Yes.
We can say back on the road, back on the festival, back.
Yes.
Everywhere.
And of course, most of that will be that way because there's a lot of songs that do not work live. Jesus, I Am Sin is one of my favorite songs I ever wrote. Doesn't work live. So yeah, I will definitely do most of the record, but I just find it interesting. He wants to do this whole thing with Battlefield of Life, so he comes from a different perspective. And again, I need to respect him.
Yeah, of course,
because he gives me an idea, and I don't know.
Of course, working together, we have to both of you have to meet in a point.
And you're making me think of We Are the Chosen. Again, that was a really important song for him. I think I can speak for him when I say that's his favorite song on the record. And he introduced me to Douglas Panella, I think his name is. Excuse me, Doug, if I'm pronouncing it. This orchestration keyboard kind of friend of his. He starts doing all this orchestration on the song, and I'm like, no, wait till you hear that song. It's all freaking orchestra. So it's a really epic song. So it's such a good record. It's such a good record.
But it's beautiful because right now, like we say, of course we have heavy metal, like Iron Maiden, Judas Priest out there. But the heavy metal coming out today is basically few bands. Like I would say, there is this band from England, Tel Gunner, young guys. But of course, you like an icon coming back again with a heavy, we could say.
Yeah, I'm pretty blessed.
It's amazing.
It's freaking amazing.
Yes, because
how did this happen? I know, and so many young people, like your friends, Telga, they were talking to me. And the only thing I can say is, because I stepped away. I just didn't have any fight left in me, and they wanted me to be this sexual thing that I am not. And you never know, how did this happen? Because some promoter who was a Chastain fan got in touch with David Chastain in 2014 to come to Brazil. He didn't want to do it. He passed it on to me. Just one trip to Brazil, 2014, singing Chastain songs for a Friday, Saturday night. And this is what happened. Just keep everything open. You never know what's going to happen.
No, that's for sure. All the connection you do during your path, always keeping, of course, from friendship, for everything, but because you can never know. You can never know.
Positive.
You can be here today, and tomorrow you can be headlining in, I don't know, in Denmark.
Yes.
Yes. That's the beauty of music, and especially the beauty of today, because with all these digital devices we have, you can keep in touch with everyone, and that's of course that's amazing. And of course,
free the witch within, right?
Yeah, and that's as well. We spoke for almost three years by now, so it's a lot of time. So you have definitely to make a live something, or otherwise I will knock at your door and say, "Oh, hello, I'm in San Francisco."
Yeah, you can do that. Just send me an email.
Let's plan a live here. Let's go out. I will play the bells. I don't care.
But like I said, I post your tattoo now and then. I put it on Twitter and stuff.
Yeah, it's here, always here.
I'm like, it's not fake, dude.
No, it's real. It doesn't go away. And I'm proud to have it. And I always will be.
Right.
And of course, before ending, and because of course I wish you all the good luck for everything, but of course I know that you will have it because this is your years and your year. I know that you really how much you, I said to Vinnie that as well, how much you work and put effort every single day about these years.
Yeah.
We spoke a lot, so I saw the process as well of this going out. So this album, finally, We Are the Chosen, be out. It's an amazing, I really can say, step. Like you say,
the
first solo album. So just give an advice this time to all these people around that maybe, you know, like they were trying to play music and maybe they didn't succeed it, or they just drop off because there was COVID, everything, they just drop off. Another type of
Yeah, I guess
advice.
what would I say? What would I say? What would I say? You have to be blessed to find somebody who pushes you. I need to be pushed. And again, as I say, you have to love it. If you love doing this, it's always going to come back to you. You can put it away for 25 years like me, and something's going to happen. It's going to slip in. And you know what? Be positive. Oh my God, be spiritual. Talk to nature, the powers that be, whatever craft you believe in.
That's true.
It's just be, and I know that you do a lot of yoga and I do not, but just I've really learned to center myself and connect. Everything I say, everything I freaking think, I can make it happen. And you forget that. Life makes you forget. Go for a walk in the trees, listen to the wind, say a prayer, whatever you need to do. But it will always, and like I say, just keep your mind and your heart open, because if you are meant to do it, it's going to seep back in. It's going to.
Yes. Yeah, because of course.
And you aren't going to be able to say no. That's what our job. That's why we're here.
Yeah, because as well, of course, remember always that being a female vocalist as well for all this year, you always have been inspiration to a lot of singer out there, girls not being.
That's really hard for me to believe.
For me as well. I mean, you were my first. I said all the time to Vinnie, because Leather, she's been my inspiration. She was the first. She was that. I was I think 19 years. Yes, I was 19 years. So 16 years ago, almost, that I started to listen Chastain. Yeah,
really?
I was 19 years old, and I started to listen Chastain, and I was all the time in my car, like running up, and then there was Shockwaves, and then I find out all the other projects. So when the first time I meet David Chastain through Facebook, and he said, "Oh, I can introduce you to Leather." If you remember, I was like, "Oh my God, I'm speaking with Leather! I can't believe it." So every time, I think that as well for you, you have to remember that you are an inspiration for a lot of girls out there. And if I'm here today to pursue my passion, it's thanks to you, Leather. So
that's great. I had no idea you listened to me as a little baby. You are a little baby.
I was a kid, and I started to listen to Chastain.
You still are a kid. Oh, that's incredible. I did not know that.
Even my mom loves you.
I did not know
even my mom loves you. My mom was listening something. I said, "I'm following Leather." My mom said to me, "I'm following Leather too." I said, "Oh, you have to say hi to her from me." So my mom.
Oh my God. So see, we were. I know there's some, and again, I'm so much older than everybody that I'm dealing with, but oh my God, things happen in a minute. Let's just open up. Why would I talk to you? Everybody reaches out to me all the time. Why did I choose you? You know, so it's going to seep in. Follow it. Just follow your intuition, Mother of God, right?
Follow your gut, follow your soul, your heart, your instinct. That's why you're pushing. And I can't wait to listen the album and as well find some reviews over there.
Friday. I don't know what time. I think it's going to be dropped 3:00 German time, but I don't know. But you'll see.
I will try to do that. Yeah, of course. So what can I say? We have the first single in first and second single in September, the third single and the music video in November, I guess, as well with the album. So there is an amazing, basically autumn already set. So for all the people out there, just set as well the winter, summer, spring, whatever. Just book fucking Leather. We need in Europe. We need Leather in Europe. Please book it for me. Otherwise, I have to go inside. It will happen. Yeah. So what can I say, Leather? Really, thank you again, and I want next interview to be real, face to face. Has to be face to face.
I know. We will.
Yes, for sure. So,
and of course, I love you, and I appreciate. You're always talking about me. You're very sweet, and I'll be in touch. So Friday, we'll message on Friday. I want
of course. So thank you so much as always.
You're welcome.
Greetings from all the Sicily that is waiting for you.
They are chosen for you. Love and Dio always.
Thank you so much.